The next to last section I'd like to show you in the Temporomandibular Joint Atlas is the media library. We're quite proud of this because there's some really pretty spectacular media in here that we've developed down through the years. So let's go ahead and click on our table of contents and go there. There's a number of resources on the top that you can go into through our website. Let's go to the second section, which is the quizzes section. And you can see there's a number of different quizzes that you can use. I'll download one here. We'll allow this content. And this is an interactive quiz on skull anatomy. And there's really two ways you can do this. You can do it as a quiz or you can do it as a reference library. So we'll go to the reference library part first, skull anatomy. And what you do here is you roll over the object. The name comes up and a color comes up just to show you what the outline of that object is. We've taken the same information and also developed a quiz out of it. So we'll take the quiz part of this, skull anatomy, and now what you do is you take and click on this and you try and figure out where it is. So if you get it wrong, it just doesn't light up. So what this is a way of taking the same information and using it as a learning device as well as a quizzing device. So we'll get out of this right now. And we'll go down and you'll see there's a number of different types of quizzes. There's also an ADA quiz, which is a American Dental Association board examination type test. This is what it looks like, so you can go down through this and figure out what these questions are like. It'll help you prepare for the boards. Go back to the media library again. There's a number of slideshows in here. I'm not going to open these up because they're quite large and it takes quite a while to do these. But you can see that all of these are actually lectures that can be used straight as they sit here or incorporated as parts of your lectures. And it involves everything from the anatomy, the mastication, all the chewing cycles, the tooth forms, the wax-ups, the centric relationships. There's a very large section on the articulators. This information was provided by the manufacturers. So in essence, what you have here is a resource for virtually any articulator you might want to be using. Close that window. Now we get to the 3D interactive model sections. And we showed you a couple of these, and I want to click on this. This is a real skull, and I want to illustrate to you some of the power of this particular type of application. This skull is completely rotatable, 360 degrees any direction. We have taken, if we want to feature a bone, we make the rest of the skull semi-transparent, and we rotate it around so you can see this. It's our way of kind of emphasizing that. But if you right-click your mouse here, you get a menu that comes up with a number of different options. And the first one is to view in a floating window, and that puts the model up on the upper right, and you can rotate it around and still have the main model as a reference point. The other thing you can do is do full screen multimedia, where you've got the whole model without all of the periphery that you had before. And of course, this would be excellent in a lecturing type of situation because you've got a very nice, spectacularly good model just floating in the screen, and you've got the ability to rotate this around in 360 degrees. Let's get this back to normal view. And we'll click on, right-click this again. And you notice there are tools here. These give you the ability to rotate this and move it in different ways. For instance, there's a pan tool where you can go up and down, back and forth. You can control this with the mouse. Let me show you how that works. If we left-click and move the pointer, we go back and forth or up and down. If we right-click and move the pointer, we zoom in and out. If we click both of them at the same time, we get this translation feature. So what this allows you to do is rotate this around to almost any position, zoom it in if you want to on a specific place, and then rotate this around so you can get the view that you want. So if you're using this in a lecture situation, you have the ability to get an almost unlimited amount of illustrations out of these models by doing this. Go back and left click this again, and you've got views. This shows the different models, so this is the same models we have over here on the right. Viewing options show different types of ways of viewing this and rendering modes. And just to give you an example, this is what a transparent mode looks like, and we make some of the models transparent when we do these selections of a specific model. You've got different lighting schemes, no lights. Let's just go grab another one here, daylight, etc. So you can get yourself in basically all types of different illustrations using the controls that are in here. And if you have the pro version of this program, there's measuring tools, etc., and annotation tools that you can use in here. So this is a very, very robust way of looking at this. And the cranial nerves, everything else is all the same type of thing. Muscles, brain, etc. The last thing in this section is the high-def movies, and these are muscles of mastication, jaw opening and closing, and my particular favorite is the temporomandibular joint opening and closing. This is a full Hollywood-style animation that we did, and it illustrates the depth that this program shows you when you're trying to learn this material.